Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Young Titan. Maybe it's much less enthusiasm more than I normally do, but that's okay. That's okay because now we're in a very quiet place, so you can really hear us without really shouting. There is no car that's passing by us, so there's absolutely no way for you to have a problem with what I'm saying. So let's start with what we're here for. We're here to review one particular TV series. Now, yes, I go to all randomly. I don't really have a type, and it's mainly what I see that catches my eye. If I've had a relation to something like that in the past, I would want to follow it up. It's like the FNAF movie that's coming out. If I knew that there were books out there, which I do now, I probably would have read them a long time ago before I decided to plunge into the movie itself. But this is Skull Island, okay? And the first time that I heard of Skull Island was in relation to Kong. And so, my knowledge about the entire Kong universe is quite limited, as is a lot of people around me. Well, maybe you're more versed in this act than I am. But let's get right into the nitty-gritty of this elegant titty. So Skull Island is basically an animated TV series, and it's supposed to be about Skull Island, obviously. The characters inside, I'm not saying this because I hate them. I don't know the voice actors for them, but I'm assuming that they've been in other works and some of their voices sound familiar, so it kind of checks out. But yeah, Skull Island basically starts off with us getting introduced to this girl who's running away from a group of henchmen. Who these henchmen are, we have no idea, neither do we know who the girl is. All we know is that this is supposed to be something about Skull Island. And we're first introduced to one of the big bads, which is a very large sea monster. Now, pardon me, but whenever I hear of sea monsters, I'm kind of thinking that Godzilla is already taking care of that. Now, since we're all accepting the fact that Godzilla exists in the same realm as Kong, so basically they check and balance every single crazy monster that is out there. The only reason why Ghidorah wasn't, or the reason why Ghidorah didn't get his ass kicked, it was because he was frozen in ice and someone set him free. So basically, we understand that. I do not know if this TV series is canon or is related to the movies that we've watched before, but as far as I'm concerned, this one is only having a, a really good. So let me just end all of that sentence and try to start it all over again. The big kaiju good guy in this one is Kong. That's all we know. That's as far as they lead us on to see, because the first moment that we have to see Monster attack, the ship is destroyed, and the main characters that we're following get or land on Skull Island. And before they leave us, we see them within the imprint of Kong's foot. So that starts off everything, and then we get to see more of these characters, and we get to see more of Skull Island. Personally, I have no um, general interest in any of the characters that they showed because each one of them seems to follow the same style or format of how they express themselves. They talk too much. It becomes boring the more time you spend with each of the main characters on the screen. So you kind of just want to see a wild animal or wild monster come out of nowhere. Try and kill them, and so they can run away, and it looks cool when that happens because them talking can be a little bit frustrating, and it goes on and on and on and on, and probably just like what I'm doing right now. But ideally, Skull Island does not get impressive if you take out the monsters. So I guess you could say that the only reason why I would stick around for it to finish is because I'm hoping to see a monster come out of nowhere and try and kill them. Now, the way the story progresses is quite slow. Um, we don't get to see Kong till I don't know, episode five. There are like eight episodes in this thing. And the only times that we get to see Kong is, just really small moments where he just jumps out of nowhere and handles the situation without even knowing who the protagonists are. I mean, I swear at one point they just put him in there to pull out a tree, when he had no business even being there in the first place. And from this one, we get the idea that Kong is sulking, or he's sad because one of his bitches died. Kong always got a hard on for one particular lady within his empire. He likes women so much. He's such a feminist. He's always going after those bitches because in this one there is this Mexican lady that he falls for, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking he's weird, okay? I thought we're the ones who were supposed to go after the bitches, but apparently giant apes also get to do that as well. So watch out, guys. Your women are at stake every time Kong's in the mix. So yeah, he has this sort of relationship with this girl, and he's kind of reckless. At least they give us some flash into the past about why he's sulking right now, at least in there right now. And it's kind of messed up because the lady is killed by the sea monster. Kong is sad about it, so he decides that he's going to just brood in his temple as a way to show that he's cooler. But the rest of the people, at least as we see the story progress, the villains are not exactly villains. At least the human villains are not exactly villains. They're just on an expedition to try and save the daughter of a very wealthy woman whose husband, crashed into that island and lost his life because a giant bulldog killed him. And then their daughter decided to pair bond with the giant wild dog's son. I'm thinking that that's how the story goes. So with that, we've got this whole new dynamic where a girl and a wild dog are living out in Skull Island, or at least the cousin of Skull Island. Apparently, there's another island adjacent to Skull Island where they took care of themselves until the woman came around because she was trying to find her long lost daughter. And that's literally the only reason why henchmen are dying left and right, because of a kid that they're trying to look for. The kid actually kills a lot more of those henchmen, and you're gonna see that. You're probably gonna enjoy it. But I guess we're here for reviewing it, all right? The characters are a little bit dull, one-sided, but that's just my opinion. I am under no obligation to tell you that how I see this TV series is how you're gonna see this TV series. So probably could go check it out. Mind you, probably the things I'm saying are very complicated or not very easy to understand, so you probably forget it in the long run. Anyways, I can't say that Skull Island was not impressive as I thought it would be. Apart from Kong and the giant sea monster, which apparently has a beak and looks like a very fucked up bird, that fucked up octopus and a squid. They probably had a threesome. I don't really know. It's just really weird. But yeah, maybe if you want to go watch it, I wouldn't recommend it to you. But hey, I could be wrong. You could go try it out and you probably enjoy it. Maybe their talking is going to provide you some comfort, but personally, I don't really like it. Maybe season two would be impressive, but I don't know if there will be a season two. So until that happens, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. So yeah, this is gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe for more. Because actually, I've been doing this on the podcast, and I have been getting a lot of signals, like hashtag comments, and um, requests to do this on the YouTube channel, which honestly, it's a trajectory that I was comfortable with. I tried it the first time, and it was all right. It was all right compared to how this is supposed to work. I would say that it was a win situation. But I will be doing more of these, so I'd appreciate your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know your idea of how Skull Island was. Maybe it was impressive to you. I'd love to hear some parts. Personally, I don't think there was any part of it that excited me because they they kind of downplayed a lot of things and they didn't really make the action sequence between Kong and the sea monster very long, okay? I kind of hoped that was gonna be like an all-out brawl, you know. It drags him into the ocean, thinks it's gonna win, and then it doesn't, and then Kong drags it out to the land and they fight it out too, you know, like there's always this inconsistencies, but I'm guessing, hey, you know, if there's one thing they can't get right is a cool kaiju fight scene, right? Because there's always one that doesn't get enough opportunity to blow our minds. So, cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Young Time World. You guys have an amazing day. Bye.